You won't believe how fast admiration can turn into silence in Hollywood. One moment you're praised as a legend. The next, you're erased without a word. No shouting, no interviews, just distance. And when Denzel Washington decides you're done, there's no way back. People think Hollywood feuds are loud, explosive, messy, but Denzel doesn't fight that way. He withdraws, and the people who felt that chill say it's far worse than any public argument. Now, let's talk about how it started. Denzel Washington. Denzel built his career on discipline, respect, control. So when the 2022 Oscars exploded into chaos, it hit him differently than everyone else. While the world focused on the slap, Denzel focused on what came before it. A complete loss of restraint. Standing just feet away from the moment that stunned millions was Will Smith, someone Denzel had defended and respected for years. When Denzel approached him afterward, he didn't offer comfort. He offered a warning, a quiet, heavy line about power, temptation, and losing yourself at the top. After that night, everything changed. No public fallout, no interviews, just silence. Calls unanswered. Invitations ignored. In Denzel's world, composure isn't optional. Lose it publicly, and you lose him privately. Jared Leto. Working together should have been a celebration. Instead, it became a clash of philosophies. While Jared Leto leaned into intensity off camera, Denzel stayed grounded, focused only on the work itself. What irritated him wasn't talent. It was performance for attention. The whispers, the theatrics, the need to be seen even when the cameras weren't rolling. When asked about Leto's process, Denzel kept it short, polite, sharp, and everyone understood the message. After filming wrapped, there were no joint appearances. No shared praise. One actor spoke glowingly. The other moved on without a word. Chris Pratt. On set, everything seemed fine, professional, friendly enough, but it was what happened later that ended things before they ever began. During a late-night interview, Chris Pratt joked about Denzel's seriousness. The audience laughed. The clip went viral. Denzel didn't. Those close to him say he watched it once, maybe twice, then said nothing. No confrontation, no rebuttal, just withdrawal. A planned appearance vanished. Award season schedules never aligned. And suddenly, Pratt was gone from Denzel's orbit. As one crew member later put it, he doesn't yell, he deletes you. Ethan Hawke. This one cut deeper. Ethan Hawke and Denzel shared something rare, a performance that changed careers. But after the awards, a single comment unraveled it all. In an interview, Hawke suggested the script did most of the heavy lifting. To fans, it sounded harmless. To Denzel, it felt dismissive. When they crossed paths again, the warmth was gone. Jokes fell flat. Distance replaced camaraderie. And when anniversaries rolled around, Denzel declined every invitation to revisit that chapter. Some things, once said, can't be unsaid. Mark Wahlberg. This was never personal until it was. Mark Wahlberg thrives on energy and improvisation. Denzel thrives on precision. From the very first table read, the difference was obvious. When Wahlberg pushed for more banter, Denzel didn't argue. He simply stated his boundary. Calmly, clearly, late arrivals, on-set joking, casualness. None of it landed well. By the press tour, Denzel's answers were brief, neutral, final. There was no sequel, no reunion, and no return. Tyrese Gibson. This one surprised everyone. For years, Tyrese Gibson praised Denzel as a role model, quoted him, emulated him. Then, in one interview, frustration spilled out. He accused Denzel of gatekeeping, of withholding support. Denzel didn't respond publicly. He never does. But doors quietly closed. Projects dissolved. Opportunities disappeared. Later, attempts to soften the words came too late. In Denzel's world, respect is public. Disappointment is permanent. And that's the pattern. No shouting, no revenge, just absence. Now, let's talk about another legend, another silence, and a family left with questions that still haven't been answered. Paul Newman. For decades, Paul Newman represented everything America loved. Charm, integrity, loyalty, a perfect marriage, a perfect image. But behind closed doors, his daughter Nell Newman grew up sensing something was wrong. No affection, no warmth, just distance. As she grew older, the silence became heavier. Long absences, locked doors, phone calls filled with laughter that didn't belong to the family. Then came the moment no child is prepared for, realizing your parents' marriage is a performance, not a partnership. As rumors swirled quietly through Hollywood, Nell saw pieces she couldn't ignore. Photographs, letters, names never explained, men who seemed closer to her father than anyone else. And when her brother began asking the questions no one else dared to voice, the family fractured completely. When he died young, the grief was unbearable, but so was the quiet that followed. Years later, the final shock arrived in ink. Paul Newman's will didn't divide his fortune among his wife and children. Instead, control passed elsewhere. The family was stunned, and when Nell searched for answers, she found only legal walls and missing explanations. What hurt most wasn't the money. It was the erasure. In her rare interviews, Nell never attacked her father. She didn't want revenge, she wanted truth. Just once. Because silence doesn't protect families, it breaks them. And that's the thread connecting both stories. Power, image, control. And what happens when honesty gets buried beneath them. Hollywood loves legends. But legends are human. And when truth is avoided long enough, it doesn't disappear, it echoes. So here's the real question. Is silence strength or fear? If this story made you think, drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more stories that go beyond the headlines, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Because some truths don't surface on their own.